He has this way of saying, I want to look at your heart and work on the things here that in your heart. And because all of the other things, all the external things, he wants to take care of and he wants to provide for. So you find somebody in a desperate situation. Here's the other thing that happens. You find somebody in a desperate situation and you don't have the provision to meet every one of their needs. This happens to me a lot on almost a daily basis, right? Where someone presents a need and I don't have the provision that it takes to take care of their need. See, the disciples even found themselves in that kind of position when they were walking through the same places that these Pharisees would, the same places that Jesus would walk, the very same things that Jesus was talking about here, where a big announcement would be made about a gift about to be given. The disciples walked in these ways too. Even after Jesus ascended and went back to heaven, there's a story about Peter and John walking along and they came to someone that was in need. And Peter and John, they did not have the physical ability to be able to meet this need. They didn't have the money that was going to meet this individual's need. They didn't have everything that they needed to give. They didn't have housing to put them up in and all of this. But what did they say in this story, if you remember it right? They said, silver and gold I don't have. Silver and gold I don't have, but what I do have, I give to you. And what did they say? In the name of Jesus, rise up and walk. What they did have was the Spirit of God inside of them. And there's so many moments in this life that you might feel like you don't have enough to be the giver that you want to give, or you don't have enough to help provide for someone else. But every single one of us in this room and every single person in this world can have the Spirit of God inside of them. And what you do have can be the best thing that this person's ever needed. And that's why sometimes your prayer for somebody can be the most powerful thing. That's why sometimes you being able to have faith with and for somebody. Maybe somebody find themselves in desperation, or they found themselves in hopelessness. Have you noticed before that, if you noticed yourself, when you found yourself in hopelessness, that a kind or encouraging word can help cheer you up? Have you noticed when you found yourself in your hopelessness that somebody having faith with you and for you to say, you know what, God's going to do this. He's going to turn this around. Have you noticed that making a difference for you, right? And so this is what Jesus is talking about here. And even when you don't have everything that's needed to provide for what the physical need presents, you still have everything that you need that's found in Jesus.